What's cracking with your snacking snacker stars? It's Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society, coming at you once again on a Tuesday for OTR. It is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2016. Hello, ladies. It's an extra long edition of OTR today. Find out what that means and more right after this.
You are looking live at the Burger King on Columbia Pike in Arlington, Virginia. Yeah, the one with the play place. But you know what it's not? It's not the one we're going to be reviewing on OTR today because they don't have any of the new items. They don't have the jalapeno chicken fries. They don't have the extra long buttery cheeseburger. I asked the lady about it. She goes, "It's not ready, sir." I said, okay, so when? I thought maybe because it's early it wasn't ready because of the transition from breakfast to lunch. But no, she goes, maybe tomorrow. So, yeah, no. I'll be right back at another Burger King to see if they've got what we're looking for right after this on OTR. You are looking live now at the Burger King on Columbia Pike in Annandale, Virginia. The same street, just a different city. And walking away from us there is the sAs Senior Citizen of the Week. His name is Dale. Give Dale a round of applause. We are on Columbia Pike, not too far from the intersection of 236, across the street from the big Kmart. Also, there's a jukebox diner there, car place, and this, I'm actually parked up against a shopping center that's got a few restaurants and other things in it as well. Like I said, I am here today at Burger King to try 3 new items. That is right, 3 new items. 2 of them are of the extra long variety, ladies, and one of them is another chapter in the ongoing saga of the jalapeno, or rather just the chicken fries, with the brand new jalapeno chicken fries, which have just come out. This box of them here is $3.19 for a 9-piece. I got 2 of the new extra long sandwiches, which are on the 2 for $5 menu right now. One of them is the extra long fish sandwich, and the other one is the extra long buttery cheeseburger. So very interesting. Neither one of them are the original chicken sandwich, despite being in that wrapper. Anyhow, let's go ahead and check out these sandwiches first here on our triple threat today. And we'll go with the fish sandwich first, which I'm pretty sure is this one right here. Let's go ahead and open that bad boy up, unroll this paper, unfurl it from its prison, and there you go. You see it's on that seeded hoagie bun, which in their description they normally call toasted, and it normally is not toasted, and no, this is not toasted. All right, so these are $3.79 if you get it outside of the $5 menu, 2 for $5. That's why I decided to get it this way, and I might end up eating most or at least half of these for dinner, but who knows. Anyway, let's open it up and see what it has. Of course, it has a wealth of their putrid chopped lettuce, which is always terrible. 3 pickled chips. It looks like some kind of creamy white junk, which I assume is tartar sauce. And a very square looking piece of fish. It's actually a rectangle, but I mean square along the edges, you know, like so. Not really getting a real fishy aroma from this thing, so, you know, I don't know how legitimate it is. I don't know if it's cut off some kind of huge fish. I don't know if it's all pressed together. I'm probably going to say that's probably what it is. All right, so let's move on to the next sandwich in our 2 for $5 deal, part of the triple threat. Open this one up. It is the extra long, ladies, buttery cheeseburger. Now, what this has, of course, is 2 of their dinky little grilled cheeseburger patties on that same quote-unquote toasted hoagie bun. Yeah, toasted, guys, sure. More of that awful putrid lettuce. I can't stand their lettuce, guys. Supposed to have onions on it. I said nix the onions. It has a mayonnaise spread and also apparently a buttery garlic spread as well. I don't know if this is their attempt to try to be kind of like Steak and Shake or something, but who knows? Or perhaps Culver's with their buttery burgers. Not really sure. All right, so there goes that one. And our third option, and probably the main event of this particular
outing on OTR. The new Jalapeno chicken fries. Apparently this guy has grown a mustache of jalapeno peppers, and I'd mariachi this flavor, it says. So I guess that's a pun on marriage. Holla at ya, jalapeno, hashtag chicken fries. These chicken fries are La Bamba. I don't know about any of that, guys. All right, let me go ahead and open this up and look inside there. Yes, you do see you have approximately 9 of the chicken fries, which I've always been fairly underwhelmed by. I think my favorites were the buffalo ones. Let me pick this little bastard out of the back here. Show him to you a little more closely. You see there's like a jalapeno on there. A little bit of a green fleckage. I'm not sure 100% that's jalapeno. Alright, guys. Let me go ahead, take a bite of all this stuff, let you know what I think about it, give it a rating and more on OTR. Alright, gang, I am back here at Burger King after having to drive from Arlington through Falls Church into Annandale to my second location here at Burger King to find the 3 new items for this triple threat edition of OTR. Let me get right into it for you with the ladies extra long fish sandwich. All kinds of double entendre going on here today. Let me show it to you next to my big noggin so you can see the true length and girth of the situation here. Show it to you again like that. There you go. Pretty handy looking right there. Alright, guys, let me go ahead and take a bite of this extra long fish sandwich. Alright, guys, I'm pleasantly surprised by that particular extra long fish sandwich by Burger King. Got a decent light fish flavor without being overly fishy. Slightly crispy on the outside, which is good, and flaky on the inside. That's the way it's supposed to be. The tartar sauce is not overly zingy and funky like some tartar sauces can be, and it's okay. It's kind of mild. I would like a little bit more zing to it, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah. That putrid lettuce does nothing for it, so in fact it kind of detracts from it, and it certainly doesn't look anything like the lettuce they show you in the pictures, guys. Come on, Burger King, get it together with the lettuce. But anyway, this sandwich for $2.50 is a pretty good deal. If you had to go and pay the whole $3.79 that it normally would be, I would not recommend it, but I will recommend it in this case and give it a 3/4 thumbs up. Here today on OTR, thanks to Trudy, SAS member, for suggesting this sandwich this week. But let me move on to the next sandwich, which is the one I'm a little more interested in overall, because I'm the burger meister, you know what I'm saying? That's that extra long buttery cheeseburger, a la Culver's or Steak and Shake, who have the butter burgers. Here I am unwrapping the same sandwich again. Let me grab the right one. Here we go. Pick it up. Show it to you next to my noggin the way I always do. About the same overall size as that fish sandwich, but it looks like somebody really stomped on this thing after they wrapped it up for me, man. Kind of looks like an old foot. Bad shoe, something like that, you know. Old Chuck Taylor from the 50s or something like that. I do smell something interesting on there, and if you take a look right here, you'll see there's some kind of interesting fleckage right there. That might be from whatever the buttery garlic sauce actually is. Let me go ahead and take a bite of it, though, as Dale walks by us again, and see what I think about it. Well, it's certainly nothing to write home about. It's not terrible, but now I kind of see what the strategy is or was with the butter sauce. If you take a look at this bun here, you can see it's got kind of a yellow cast in certain areas right there. I think that's where they put the butter sauce, and in some areas doesn't have it, so it's very hit or miss in terms of your biting if you actually get that flavor. When you do get it, it's interesting, but it doesn't replicate the taste of true butter. It's kind of like almost that popcorn butter flavor with a little bit of garlic thrown into it. But I'm surprised that the burgers this time were not very dried out. A lot of times with these extra long burgers, when I've had them in the past, they're really, really dried out. So that's a point in the right direction. Again, the lettuce just basically is an albatross, bunch of crap. I should have got it without the lettuce as well as the onions. And The cheese is not quite melted right, just like usually with Burger King. For some reason, they can't get their cheese melting down properly. So, actually, I'm not going to give this quite as high of a rating as I did the fish sandwich, although this is a passable sandwich for $2.50. I'd probably eat it again if I had nothing else in the area and had to get the 2 for $5 to get by. So, 5/8 of a thumbs up. Not terrible. Not terrible, not great. Certainly not something I'd go looking for. Let's put it that way. Alright, guys. Time for the Jalapeno chicken fries here with Mr. Mariachi. There you go. Of course, dipping sauce jalapeno face. What does that mean? I don't know. I know you get to put the dipping sauce into the little device here, and I do have some of the fry sauce here. And when I asked the guy who gave me my bag for the fry sauce, he gave me this blank stare, and the lady who had taken my order starts yelling at him about how the jalapeno fries come with the new sauce. Well, this isn't a new sauce. This is just the fry sauce as far as I know. But let me open it up. Yep, it's just the fry sauce, which is kind of a honey mustardish kind of thing with maybe a barbecue mixed in. Go ahead and take a bite of this crooked, little flaccid jalapeno chicken fry. I'll let you know what I think about it, then we'll go for the sauce. One thing I'll say about these things is they are absolutely stone freaking cold. The sandwiches were not that cold, and it maybe took me about 3 minutes once I got going here, to really get going. So they shouldn't be completely cold. Maybe not hot, but definitely not cold. Let me try them with the sauce. Get lots of it on there. Alright, overall evaluation on those is they are chicken fries, correct, and there is jalapeno, correct, and the combination of the two is okay. The heat is not intense. It's just a little tiny bit of heat that you feel in your eyes, just a little bit after you eat a couple of them, but beyond that, it's not real foreboding, or it doesn't really take over the whole experience. They still are rather salty. They're not quite as mushy as some of the last ones that I've had, and that's pretty good. A little bit more on the crunchy side, and that's pretty good too. Wish they had been warmer. I might like them a little bit more, but I pretty much like these the way they are. A little bit spicier and a little bit warmer would have given them a better rating, but instead we're going with a 3/4 thumbs up, which is pretty good in this aspect. I think they're expensive. $3.19 is kind of a ripoff for 9 of those little bad boys, but they are pretty good. And if I could buy them like in a box in the freezer aisle or something like that, get a bunch of them for about $3, which if you went to the freezer aisle, you'd get like a box of like 40 of them for $3 or $4, right? Not 9. But anyway, thanks for watching OTR today with this extra long, ladies, triple threat. You can catch all the SAS action all of the time, and there's a lot coming up. Tomorrow, our quick chips will be preempted, although not really, because we will be looking at chips. It'll be a super box episode featuring a box of items sent to us from our friend Paul from Critical Eats Japan on YouTube. Check out his channel and check out our review of his items that he sent to us tomorrow. It'll be part 1. We're doing 2 parts. 2 and 2. Anyway, so check that out tomorrow. Also, Pizza Night on Friday. I will actually discuss the 2015 Pizza Night Awards this Friday on Pizza Night. Also, this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, is the big game. Do you want to watch Coldplay or do you want to make a hot play? Well, if you want to make a hot play, you go on over to YouTube and you check out the sAs SnackSociety Big Game Halftime Show featuring sAs champion Chips, Doritos Salsa Verde defending its title against Ritz Corn Chips Salsa Verde flavor. That is right. Don't worry about the cold plays. Big Bubba, no trouble. Come see us on halftime of the big game on Sunday, February 7th. Check us out on YouTube. And also check us out on Facebook by clicking on the link down below in the description. Hundreds of the coolest people are in our Facebook group, and you should be too. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon Reich SAS. Anytime you're on the internet, talking about snacks, you should probably use the hashtag SnackSociety, whether you're searching for snacks or whether you're just talking about snacks, so we can know what you're talking about and you can know what we're talking about too. Also, like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you next time. Extra long. Bye-bye.